Good day all. My name is Rudy Page and welcome to the first Homeward Bound Creativity show for Jamaica Diamond Jubilee 2022. And I am so pleased that our first guest is Gary McCOOK, and we're going to learn a lot more about his organization over the next few minutes. The Creativity show, our focus is about creativity. Creativity is about unleashing the potential of the mind to conceive new ideas. It's about innovation. It's about introducing change into existing systems and structures and developing the competencies to make new ideas viable and also to translate them into economic value. And we believe entrepreneurs should join forces and combine their talents and business models across international boundaries and cultures. So please, I'm so pleased, Gary McCOOK, great to see you again. Hope all is well.
All is well, Rudy. Good to see you again, and thanks for having me.
Thank you. So Gary, tell us a bit about yourself and your background.
Well, born in Jamaica at the University Hospital way back in 1962. Actually, I'm a independence baby. Moved, my family lived in Old Harbor. My dad was a vet and my mom a teacher. So we lived on the Ministry of Agriculture premises on Borders, Old Harbor through 1970. And then we moved to Harborview. So it's like moving from Old Harbor to Harborview. And that was so interesting because in Harborview, I think that's where I got the view and the vision. So that was a good move from Old Harbor to Harborview. Attended primary school in Harborview, went on to Kingston College in 1973 through 78. Then went on to College of Arts, Science and Technology for a year. With the intention of doing engineering, but then changed my mind and became a life insurance representative with Island Life Insurance Company, where I remained until 1987 when I migrated to the United States. So went straight to New York, lived in New York, worked in the parking industry. I was a general manager for a company called Edison Parking in New York. And then did college there, graduated from Jersey City State College in 1995 with a Bachelor of Science in Marketing. And then we moved to Georgia in 2001. And here I became a real estate agent in 2001. And then in 2008, I decided to expand my horizon. So we opened a personal care home where we take care of the elderly and have a facility that can house 10 individuals. So here I am now trying to spread my wings. It's been always a people person endeavor. And so that's where we are right now here in Georgia. I've been here for going 21 years.
Great. So tell us, what is JIIFSC?
Yes, so that's a competition that was launched earlier this year. Well, we had a launch last December 18th, 2020. And then we had a competition this year. So it's actually, we are right now changing our name, making a minor name change. So originally it was Jamaica International Independence Festival Song Competition. The minor change is replacing the word festival with the word foreign. And I think when we lived in Jamaica, if you say you're going abroad, you're going to foreign. So I think it just ties into it. And with the word foreign going forward, that helps us with some clarity and distinction from other competitions that are running at the same time with us. So as of today on your show, Rudy, It's going to be JIIFSC. We maintain the same acronym, but it's the Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition. And basically, JIIFSC is setting a platform for us here in the diaspora who are artists who still love our reggae and still want to compete. So this is our foreign competition, and we will be promoting it a whole lot going forward, as we did earlier this year. So JIIFSC is alive and well, and with just one minor change, festival has been replaced with the word foreign.
Great, and of course, Fresh FM Radio London is also committed to rebroadcast all your content throughout the whole competition, and we certainly look forward to the grand final. So tell us about Gimme Jamaica, the theme song.
Well, Gimme Jamaica, the theme song, I decided to do a theme song, which basically says, Gimme Jamaica. It's a love we have for country. Most of us, a lot of us have left our island in the sun, and we are residing abroad in different countries, but we still have that love for Jamaica. So our motto actually is loving you from afar. So Gimme Jamaica basically highlights and starts out by talking about the lowering of the British flag and the raising of the Jamaica's flag. It talks about that we are in every continent you can think of, you can find a Jamaican. I remember going to the World Cup soccer back in '98 and stopped off in Germany. And lo and behold, there was a young lady coming down with her little child. And when she opened her mouth, we knew where she was from, the island of Jamaica. The song also talks about us being in a foreign country and that we should never forget our roots or where we came from. We also talk about going back and visiting the best white sand seas in the world and taking a little sip of the Jamaican white rum. So Gimme Jamaica is a theme song. I use it as a standard for the artists in the competition we had recently, as setting a bar for them to most likely exceed. And I think we achieved that goal.
Thanks for that. So you mentioned the last competition. So what was the planning like for that?
Very interesting, very nerve-wracking. My team and I were up many nights until early morning. I remember sometime we were up and I was even communicating and you were on because you're 5 hours ahead of us. And you would ask, what are you doing up? That was just us trying to get everything together. It was the first year. There were a lot of unknown, and we had to just go through and venture and just use the expertise. I had a very aggressive, intelligent and team that I worked with. And we had, I wouldn't say hiccups, but hindsight is 20/20 and you learn as you go along. There were some little rough areas. I remember when we were there waiting for the first song to be sent in. So every day they would call me and say, did you get anything yet? And no, and time was running off. And, you know, the nerves kicked in and, you know, but then we got the first song. So that was a celebration for us. Then we got the second song and we had promoted that it would be the top 10. So we had to at least get 10 songs. So it was interesting when we hit number 10. That was another celebration. And it's interesting the quality of songs that were coming in, because you know you're having a new competition and you're hoping that you get a good caliber of song. You can't have mediocre. If you start off with mediocre, then you have a mediocre standard. And we were hopeful and we were blessed to have great songs that entered, and we actually ended up having about 20-something songs, which is a great feat, seeing that we just started our promotion at the end of March, and the deadline was May. So it was very challenging, sleepless nights. But again, I realized in life that as an individual, don't think you can do it all. You need a team. And up until end of March, it was, I keep saying it was 3 members on my team, me, myself, and I, which was not going to cut it. So I got a team established in end of March. And that is what brought us through for a very successful launch.
And you were happy with the overall winners then? Tell us a bit about the winners and the
Oh,
winners.
yes. Happy is an understatement. Being an international competition, we had entrants from London, from Canada, from Germany. Our first song that was entered was a guy named King Noah out of Germany. And he was the first entrant. And the winner of the inaugural was Lavi Luja out of Canada, singing Certified Yardie, which has gone on, and it's been playing all over the world. He's doing a good job. He's continuing to promote both Certified Yardie and JIIFSC, because we are the ones who basically gave him that opportunity to be well known. The number 2 song was by our local artist from Georgia, Ras Fraser Jr., singing No Way Like Yard. So he was our second place winner. And then we had Ragalox. Ragalox sang Reggae Island. Now, all 3 songs, Certified Yardie, No Way Like Yard, and Reggae Island, they all lived up or maybe surpassed what I wanted in terms of focusing on Jamaica. One of the criteria was that the song had to have an international flavor. And they did a resounding job. We had 12 finalists. We had 12 finalists, and then we were supposed to go down to a top 5, but the songs were so good that I threw in 2 wild cards and made the finals a top 7. And we were fortunate and blessed that although we had the COVID restrictions, we were able to have 70 Jamaicans and folks from other islands at the actual venue to listen to the artists live. 6 of the 7 were present. The one that was not present was out of London. She could not make it, but the other 6 artists were here. So it was a great feat to have them in person, because although we're doing a lot of Zoom, that feel and touch and see was what helped us to have such a resounding first night.
Excellent, excellent. So who were the judges, and why a panel instead of voting for the winners by fans?
Well, we had a great panel again, and that was a very that was one of the things that we needed to have. We needed to have a great panel, so individuals who are entering their songs would feel comfortable that they're being judged by, if you want to say, their peers or people who have been established in the music industry and could decipher what is a real festival song. We had a 5-judge panel. Rika Newell, who is a voting member of the Recording Academy Grammy Awards, was one of our judges. Great young lady, came with a wealth of experience and made our night successful. Dr. Laxley Stevenson was a judge also. He's he has his label. He has his own label, Axiom Record. So big ups to Rika Newell. Big ups to Dr. Laxley Stevenson from Axiom Record. We had our local talk show host here, the renowned Wayne Hall. He was also a judge. Wayne has a very great program on Wednesday nights, and I know he rebroadcasts with you in London on Thursdays. So Wayne was the other judge. We had Miss Mumsy, who is a socialite. I mean, she is out there promoting a lot of, so she's more a promoter. And then we have, last but not least, Shelley Thunder. Most people will remember her for her song, Man Forget Cuff. So that was our judge panel. The reason why we went with a panel versus just fans voting is that we thought that to get the right song and the caliber, we needed not to have a fan vote, because at times when fans vote, it's more a popularity contest. Yeah. So you may not have a true winner. You have a popular winner, but is that what you really wanted? And so we decided early on that, you know, it's going to be a 5-judge panel. We did have fan involvement where they were allowed to participate in the initial voting for the top 12. So that went well. We had over 2,000 fans across the world who voted for their favorite song to get us to the top 12. So we are comforted that the winning song was the right song for our inaugural year. And it's a history-making event, and the song did well, and all the songs made our competition the success it was.
Excellent. That sounds really great. And you're following the same process for 2022.
Yes, we're going to follow the same process for 2022. And let me just expound a little on the judges. We have decided to have if you want to say, a core group of judges remain. So we will be inviting other judges, so at least we have a different perspective. Looking at the songs entering from a different vision, a different set of eyes. So last year we had some judges who actually dialed in, wanting to be a part of our panel, but by that time we had already selected the 5 judges. So we plan to reach out to them this year and invite them to come on board. And if we continue with that each year, having a core and then having guest judges come on, I think it does good for the competition. It does good for everyone involved, so that they see it's not just one set of people who are basically going to decide their fate. So that's our goal for next year.
Yeah, that sounds really good. So is there a date and location for 2022, the Diamond Jubilee celebrations?
Yes, date has been set, and it's going to be July 30th. And we're trying to, it's going to be the last Saturday in July. So whichever day that day falls, it's going to, so we're trying to have it a set day, the last Saturday in July. And in 2022, it will be in July 30th. We are in conversation with different venues. There's one we have identified, but I cannot disclose the name at this time because it's not finalized as yet. But it's a venue that will hold 450 to 500 fans, which would be a marked improvement from this year when we had 70. Again, because of the COVID restrictions. So we're excited. We're excited. The venue we're talking about is a venue that a lot of us have been to in the past. So I know that the fans would welcome that because it's a place that they're familiar with. And I think it's going to be exciting. So July 30th, 2022, we'll have our show, and looking forward to what that brings.
And that's in Atlanta?
It's going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be in Atlanta.
Excellent. And if people want to know more about the competition, could you just tell us how websites, social media, how can they make direct contact with you?
Okay, so if they go to Linktree, that's LINKTREE/JIIFSC. Again, LINKTREE/JIIFSC. JIIFSC. That will take you to all our social media platforms, the YouTube, the IG, the Facebook, everything is there, and our website. So everything will be there. The website also is being revamped. It's going to have a slightly different look this year. And again, I think as you go along, you have to progress and you have to make some changes. In life, there's a thing called change without chaos. So if we make minor changes, it falls right in that realm of change without chaos. So we're making some minor changes. The website is going to be a little more user-friendly based on feedback we got from last year. Again, link.tree/JIIFSC.
Excellent. And Homeward Bound Creativity Show will be following you all the way. So, you know, the run-up, the artists, the judges, we look forward to, you know, in future shows for you to bring everybody on and for us to have a dialogue so that we can, you know, help amplify your message. And all these programs will be rebroadcast on Fresh FM Radio London. So just going back slightly, so the event will be taking place in the city of Atlanta. That's
correct.
Just in case there's some of our diaspora in Atlanta at that time, may you know, want to get a ticket.
Yes. We will welcome you, and I think this year, Rudy, we're going to have people flying in this year. Last year, early this year we had the request, but we didn't have the space to accommodate so many folks. So we're going to make sure that this year we still follow the protocol, the COVID protocols. And we'll have people flying in, and people have been calling me already and asking me what's going on. I said, just wait. We had to do this name, the minor name adjustment before we did anything public, so we can get the ball on the road, get the show on the road.
Absolutely, and I hope I could be there.
Yes.
Because next year would actually be 40 years since I first went to Atlanta.
Wow. Well, we'll make sure you're here next year, sir.
That's my anniversary.
Yes, we'll make sure you're here. And yes, so we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing you in person.
Yeah, and in fact, I was there because, of course, as you know, years ago, I was involved in the hair care industry.
Yes.
So 40 years ago, the #1 show for the whole of the black hair industry was the Bronner Brothers show in Atlanta. So I worked for a company called Dyke & Dryden, the largest company of its type in Europe. And there were two Jamaican directors, Mr. Dyke, Mr. Dryden, and one from Montserrat, Mr. Wade. And we actually had a visit over to Atlanta with 40 other businesses. And I would say 85% of those business people were, you know, had been born in Jamaica, grew up in the UK. So it really was a business trip, a Jamaican cultural visit to Atlanta. And in those days as well, you had a lot of Jamaicans who worked for the American manufacturers. So a lot of the top executives in the hair care industry were actually from Jamaica. So we always had that connection between UK, US, and Jamaica diaspora, you know, all meeting in different places around the world. So hopefully we might see something like that again, because of course you've got lots of people of Jamaican descent from the UK who live and work in Atlanta anyway. That happened for many years. So I think that's going to be a great celebration as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of different local organizations or chapters here that are doing a tremendous job. Caribbean Association of Georgia, Atlanta Jamaica Association, just to name a few that are very involved in the community, show their love for Jamaica, and it's a good place to be right now. As you know, setting the foundation for the future.
Yeah, and as we say that, I must mention my friend George Hamilton, Jamaican. He has a business up here in the UK, catering business, Plantation Inn. He still does business down in Atlanta as well.
Yes.
To see him a few times. So yes, George Hamilton and family, wish you all the best. And so finally then, Gary, so what is the future for the competition? So what's the big vision?
Big vision. All right. And before it would be amiss for me not to mention our IT person who was very instrumental in our competition this year, none other than Christine Newton. Also, E. Parry Hines from Cool Runnings. He was our production manager. So kudos to those two. And in response to your question, JIIFSC, as I have said, I was going to say over the years, it's not even a year yet. We're here to stay.
Yeah.
It's I think a great opportunity that we now have a platform that artists of Jamaican descent, Jamaican and Jamaican descent, can showcase their talent. It's a talent that is here. It's just that they needed a platform, and JIIFSC has provided that platform for them. We are trying to speak with like the AJA to say that the winner of the competition will perform at their annual event, which is in August. So hopefully it's a trend that we're trying to start, and that should propel us in different levels or different areas.
And the AJA, who's that?
Yeah, the AJA, yeah, Atlanta Jamaica Association.
Okay.
One of our goals is to give back. In life, I think giving back, and the new JIIFSC with the foreign, it's actually a 501c3 corporation. So that way we can get the sponsors that we really need. So we're looking forward to that.
There's a tax benefit as well, isn't there?
Yes, yes. And our initial goal, and hopefully we can still, we will fulfill it, is that we want to encourage folks in Jamaica. I think we're talking about the high school. We listened to a high school festival competition some time ago. I think these people were coincidentally from Old Harbor. Okay. And very good rendition. It made you get goosebumps. So these are individuals we're targeting at that high school level to assist in a monetary way, so that our foundation can start from there. You never know; those same folks may one day migrate and be here and be able to, be a part of this. So we're focusing on that in terms of giving back, because in life you can't keep stretching your hand out without giving back. That's why God gave us two hands. One is to give and one is to receive. So we're looking forward to that. So JIIFSC, and then travels, we intend to be traveling in the future. I should have been in Canada recently, but that did not pan out. I want to be there with you in London. And we're going to be traveling and spreading the word, spreading the JIIFSC intention, and making the world a better place.
Excellent. And as I said, we're certainly going to support you all the way. I think it's a great initiative, and it really fits to and aligns with all the activities that we've got in mind for the overall Homeward Bound program.
Yes, so, I'll be there with you in Jamaica also. Remember, we'll be there together in Jamaica.
Absolutely. Okay, so before you go, can you just remind us, when does the competition open? I think that's going to be important for people as well. When can they start for next year?
Sorry, what was the question, Rudy?
When will the competition open?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll be making another announcement right now. We're just trying to get the website revamped. Okay. So we can direct them to the new entrance forms. Okay. We'll be tweaking the rules a bit, just to make sure there's a clarity and there are no ambiguities. So within before the year is up, before January 1st, we will have all that information, and we'll be directing folks to go there, because this time around, second time around, it gives them an opportunity to really get their music together. 60 years of independence is a feat that not many countries have seen. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll communicate through your show, the Wayne Hall Show, and other mediums when that time comes.
In fact, what we'll do is that when you're ready, we'll invite you back on the show, and
Okay.
I'm happy for us to go through it, very clearly, so people really understand the process. We'll rebroadcast it on Fresh FM Radio London, and as you say, Wayne Hall's show, I'm sure he'll carry it. We also have Donovan Longmore's show rebroadcasting on Fresh FM on Tuesdays. That's the Reggae Journey show. So there's an alignment between all of these shows. So I think your content deserves to be in all three shows, as well as the general Fresh FM broadcasting. So great and very well done, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, Rudy, and it's always a pleasure for you to meet you like this, and look forward to meeting you in person. And again, the Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition is live and well.
Thank you and good night.
Good night.